It's me, Zenobia Darling. You're listening to hashtag Rockstar Life, the Coffee Break podcast. Let's go. Where the hell's my cold brew at? All right, we're live. It's me, Zenobia Darling. I have beamed down. I'm in, where are we at? Parkville Heights?
Parkville Heights.
Parkville Heights, not the actual Parkville, Maryland, but Parkville Heights in East Baltimore. I'm here with Ursula, God, there I go fucking your name up. I'm here with Ursula Griffin, stand-up comic, what else? A Ouija board expert, a bitch, not para-an, but you're a paranormal bitch.
Yeah, paranormal weirdo,
yeah.
A friend to those who have crossed over.
Yes.
Crazy cat lady extraordinaire.
Oh yeah, we met through Haven. We also met through stand up. You're in our friend circle. Like you're in the Havre de Grace New Creative Friend Circle.
Yes, we've overlapped.
Yes.
And yes.
So how are you today?
I'm good.
I'm excited. So I'm at your house. Like we got some kitty chat drama, which is the best.
Girl.
I love it.
I love it. Bonnie and Donovan drama.
Yes.
It's like a whole soap opera.
And where's Clive, the famous one?
Clyde is...
I said, oh God. All right, I'm butchering names already. Jesus Christ.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Clyde, I think, is upstairs.
He came down. He's a star.
He came down. He, did the whole press thing, did the PR stunt, went back up to his trailer. He's
such a queen. Such a damn queen.
It's like these appearances, mother.
Ooh. Okay, so we met through Haven, and I have to say, I'm around. I'm counting Ouija boards. I'm counting queer stuff, proud lesbian, which I love. Like I'm at home, and it's amazing. So
all the things.
Yeah, we'll get to it. But I sent you something. I found some. I think maybe you shared it on Facebook, but you shared. It was a meme about the Christian Ouija board.
God, yes.
That was on Amazon. So we're going to talk about that. But also, I had you watch Paris Hilton, Paris in Love.
Just know that I love you because...
I appreciate it.
Because reality TV and I, it's oil and water.
Oh, really?
I can't do it. I surprisingly have a day job where I deal with people all day. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, dealing with the office drama all day... I don't want to come home and basically watch the same thing for people that I'm not responsible for.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, see, I study reality television. I can't do scripted things. I just did the episode with Liz Lawson yesterday where we talked about a movie, Bomb City, and I swear to God, I got halfway through and I'm like, I can't watch it. So I had to find a 2020 interview, and then I got sucked in, and then I'm like, okay, here we go. But I can't do scripted stuff, but I'm all unscripted. I mean, you can read my thesis. Vanderpump Rules is the best show ever made. That's going to be the next one. When we record again, I'm going to have you watch Vanderpump Rules. I think
I watched an episode and a half.
Which episode?
I started from the beginning. So very first pilot episode, halfway through the second one, and I was like, what the fuck is a Vanderpump? And I was promised there would be rules.
Oh, no, there's no rules.
There are no rules. And
so you probably got to the point where they were at the Pride event, and Sheena rubbed suntan lotion on Jax, and Stassi flipped out, which then got Kristen and Katie going. So then Kristen's like, Sheena, you're a fucking skank. Ugh.
I think I stopped it right before then.
Okay.
Because they were getting ready for the Pride event.
Oh, that's when it gets good. That one, yes. That show, I fucking love Vanderpump.
You mean it wasn't good yet?
Oh, it gets better. That first, I always say, the episode where they go to Vegas that first season, that is, that's when it really hooks people in, because that's when you're seeing them at, peak chaos.
That wasn't peak chaos?
Oh, no, it gets worse.
Oh, my God.
It gets worse. It gets so much worse.
I can feel my hair getting grayer just thinking about that.
Yeah. But I can already tell you're watching it the way you're supposed to, because you're not supposed to like the characters on Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
Fair. And it's edited to troll them, so you're not supposed to like them.
Well, but now I'm even more mad because now I'm doing what the machine told me to do.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Okay.
Damn it, I love all of them.
Oh, yeah. So before we get started... Oh, we should. Oh. I know how to contact them. I really want to get Kristen Doty on the podcast, and I know that we would probably click.
Just before you do that, let me up my homeowner's insurance.
Sure. Before we get started, this is a coffee break. What are you drinking? I am drinking decaf English breakfast with peppermint with a mini of Jim Beam bourbon in it.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, yeah.
I am drinking a mango chainsaw liquid death sparkling water.
Like a true podcaster. Ooh. I love it. And there's a mini fridge full of it. Did you go to Costco?
No, I get it Amazon Subscribe and Save.
Oh, that's even better.
You think I'm going to leave my house to pick up the heavy things and put them down?
And also the Costco here in this part of Maryland, you have up in Havertys, you have Christiana, but you also have the one on 40 in Essex.
Yep.
And it's always busy. And like, I'm good.
It's like, that's way too much peopling.
Yeah.
No.
So like, before we got into it, we were talking about Baltimore and kind of the artistic level of trash that's here. And how there is, like, that's our culture. And, like...
It is.
I fucking love it.
Like, and I feel like, I mean, that just brings us to the Pope of Trash.
Yes.
John Waters himself.
Yes.
Anybody that lives and loves Baltimore, like, if you don't like John Waters, then you don't like Baltimore.
Go fucking die. That's what I always say. Go fucking die if you don't like John Waters.
We are right off of Harford Road, if you watched A Dirty Shame.
Ooh, yes. So is Dirty Shame your favorite? What is your favorite John Waters movie?
So, I mean, picking a favorite John Waters movie is like picking your favorite child.
Oh, totally.
I mean, it's always the middle one, but no. No, I would have to say Pecker.
Pecker's a good one.
That was
with
my
Johnny
first.
Knoxville from Jackass.
No, that was A Dirty Shame.
No, that is. Oh fuck! Oh,
Pecker
God, I'm losing my John Waters card.
Has the kid from Terminator 2.
Oh, that's the dude he was a photographer, right?
Yes.
Okay, he was a photographer that made it big in the art scene, selling like trash photos.
Yes.
That's the story of me. That's the story of me. I'm a photographer.
But no, that was my gateway drug. Yeah. And that was I was in high school maybe?
Yeah.
I was still in high school, so never been to Baltimore at that point, never set foot in the state of Maryland. I grew up in the Pocono area, like the fact that I stumbled across this magic of John Waters and then kind of kept seeking out his films. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I moved here and I was like,
the best.
Oh my God, I live in John Waters country. Like I could run into him
That,
places.
go to the Rofo, go to the Wawa. You're going to see like a John Waters character in real life.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's the magic of Baltimore.
Like walking around Hamden is
totally.
You feel like you're just walking around as an extra on set somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It's the best.
Yep.
It's the best. So do you have any like early John Waters that are your favorite? Hands down, Female Trouble.
Oh yeah,
Female Trouble is my favorite.
I'm also partial to Serial Mom.
Oh, so I always say I've my favorite new John Waters is Serial Mom. Is this a cocksucker residence? Where did that film at? I'm pretty sure it's Parkville, but I don't.
I mean, a lot of it was Parkville.
I thought okay.
I mean, a lot of his films in general.
Yeah, because Kathleen Turner. I mean, Ricky Lake is in it.
I love Ricky Lake. Okay,
he was also in Hairspray.
Suzanne Summers.
That's it, Suzanne Summers.
Patty Hearst.
R.I.P.
Lake.
Let's contact her through the Ouija board.
Yes. Oh, there's so many. Mink Stole.
Mink Stole.
Tracy Lords was in it?
Yeah, she was in it too.
Oh, yes. But no, so I got to see Mink Stole read the opposite part at a drag show.
Oh my God.
At Central.
Oh my God.
I have video of it somewhere. I'll have to dig that up.
Oh, Central.
Joan Rivers.
Oh yeah, Joan Rivers. Yeah, because she does her fake talk
Waters
show.
did.
Yeah.
Like and anybody who's like, oh, blah, 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 John Waters, garbage.
Because like Serial Mom is like, that's probably the most Hollywood movie he's made. Like the most contemporary Hollywood.
My mom was super into that one.
Yeah.
Like,
because Hairspray was the first one that really struck it big.
Yes.
I like Polyester. Ooh. Female Trouble. Crybaby.
But yeah, I mean, every single one of those is star-studded cast.
What's the one where like they're the people who make movies?
Cecil B. Demented.
Yes, Cecil B. Demented. Because that one's one you got to get high to watch that one.
So.
And then the one where Divine, she got raped by a lobster. That one's really funny.
I don't know if I saw that one.
What's that? That was like one of his early ones. Because that's what, like, with my art films, like, that's what I'm trying to go for is, like, a new version of John Waters, but with, like, reality show theatrics.
Oh.
So that's what, like, when we watched hashtag Rockstar Life, the art film, and then the second one we're filming now, like, it has that, I want it to have that John Waters vibe, but in, like, a reality show type style.
Ooh.
We can watch it. I'll,
yeah.
Like, after this. I'm really trying to get him on the podcast. So, subscribe. Like, my little darlings, find out how to contact him so we can get him on the podcast. I have questions for him.
I actually spent a Valentine's Day with him at the sidebar.
Because where does he live in the city? He lives, is it that, like, I think it's that area because, like, I think that mayor that went to jail lived there, too.
That narrows it down. No,
that's true. I mean... Well, no, it's not Stephanie Rawlings breaks. Like, she's the real bitch. I know several people that worked at the Starbucks near City Hall, and they said she was a horrible person.
Really? Oh, yes. I loved her so much.
Well, she has a good, like, stage presence.
Yes. Well, she would always spend her birthday at the Hippo for drag bingo
because she loves drag queens.
Well,
of course, because she is one.
Ooh,
we're getting cat drama.
God. I totally said, I was like, I think SRB actually might be a drag queen. I hear the Bonnie and Donovan
I'm like, I hear rivalry. It. I love it. We get some cat drama.
She is telling him the business.
Oof. It's the best. Where can we find Clive? Because, like, Clive is his own influencer. Like, he's a celebrity.
Oh, yeah. Clyde, he has his own Insta, so he's Clyde on Adventures, underscore in between each word.
He just got his picture taken with Krampus at Haven.
He did. And he was the last honorary guest at Breakaway Yoga Studio.
Ooh.
He got to attend the last aerial class there on Saturday.
Oh, my God.
He loved it.
He's such a babe.
Oh, yeah.
I love him. Okay, so let's get into Paris in Love.
Okay.
Because by the time this episode comes out, my espresso shot I did on Paris in Love will be out because you were there the December open mic night at the State Theater in Havre de Grace. I did a stand-up set. Ooh, more cat drama. Ooh.
I might have to break that up in a second.
Ooh, go ahead. Ooh.
Stand by.
Oh, so she's walking to the cats. She's in a referee uniform.
Clyde, come down here and get your woman. She's being a bitch. Yes, I have beautiful. A Bonnie and a Clyde.
I love it, though. I love it. I mean, cat drama's the best. I prefer cat drama over people drama.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and cats, like, I don't know. They're just, I'm a cat, you're a cat.
We're all just cats.
Yeah. And queer people are cats.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like. Okay, so Paris in Love. So I did a stand-up set at the State Theater for Open Mic Night right before Christmas, the December Open Mic Night with Thez Grimes hosting. And only, like, I mean, there was, 30, 40 people there?
Yeah, there was.
And there was a good bit.
Good bit, yeah.
And, of course, 3 people knew who Paris Hilton was.
And we were all us, the comics.
Yes, it was all the comics. That's the truth. It was, and then it was Jenny, too.
Yeah, well, I consider her one of us.
Oh, yeah, she is one of us.
She's
and
like
she's on the podcast. But I'm like, of course. And of course, Thez like set me up because he knew, like, he messed up the lineup purposely. Like, Thez knows how to set me up to have a diva moment, and I fucking delivered because I come out on stage and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, also, we were filming. Like, I'm making my second art film, so we got that on camera. So you get all of that. Like, it'll come out this summer, but I'm like,
I love it.
And then
I love that you could hear you bitching from like downstairs backstage.
Oh, because I kept the mic with me.
God damn it!
Where's my fucking camera?
I'm like, where is?
But like, I love that, and that's when I'm like, that's Zenobia Dar, like right there. So it's like, you guys got a drag show. But I remember I like at halfway through and I'm like, where the fuck's Thez? Like, I'm done. Like, I need to be in LA to do my pop culture stuff. But I have a podcast and I'm doing it here.
There you go.
I made you suffer through. Did you watch the second season?
I watched like half the second season.
Okay.
I'm impressed with myself that I got that far.
So overall thoughts about Paris in Love?
I mean, her as a human, I fucking love her, adore her.
I do too.
I remember, like, back in the day when everybody would trash her for, that's hot. I'm like, she's playing a character.
Yes.
Like,
yes. She's a fucking,
hello.
Like, she comes from the late 90s New York drag scene and, like, the nightlife scene. And, like, I don't think people realize that. And also, she she was doing that because she's really socially anxious. I'm pretty sure she's on the spectrum. She hasn't openly said that, but I'm pretty sure she might have some leanings towards it.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and like she has like a stage persona.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and you still see her because she still goes to it, like even on the show to kind of deal with stuff. But like the show just, it fucking delivers. I mean,
The whole family dynamic.
and Big Kathy. Do you watch you probably don't, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Really?
Well, if you watch Vanderpump, that's where Lisa Vanderpump comes from. Vanderpump Rules is the sister show to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay.
But on Beverly Hills, you have Kyle Richards, who is Big Kathy's half sister. So there's 3 Richards sisters. There's Kathy Hilton, Kim Richards, and Kyle Richards. And Kim and Kyle are full siblings, and then Kathy's the half sibling. And they all grew up together with Big Kathy, I call it Large Marge in charge.
Large Marge.
Who basically like kind of like, she was like a Beverly Hills like show mom. And like really did some damage to them. Like Kim Richards is like, Kim used to be on Real Housewife, and she was like doing meth on camera allegedly, and like just like chaotic mess, and one was an alcoholic, and like the drama came out. And Kathy was always a side piece, but Kim left, and then also there was also drama because Kyle's husband Mauricio used to work for Kathy Hilton's like her husband Rick owns a real estate company, and Mauricio worked for it. Well, he up and stole half their clients and started his own real estate company. So Kyle and Mauricio weren't invited to Nikki Hilton Rothschild's wedding in London, and that was a huge drama. But they finally made up, and Kathy came on Beverly Hills. But Kathy refused to come on last season because she was filming Paris in Love. Yeah.
That is a whole lot of information that I gave 0 fucks about.
I know, exactly. It's like only me would have this stuff.
I'm like, I am fascinated because you tell such a good story, but I'm also like, but what am I supposed to do with that information?
Yeah, just like, just like dump it out, whatever.
It'll come up one day and I'll be like, oh, I know a thing about that.
Oh, yeah, but Kathy is older, and she kind of took that motherly role.
Yep.
And Kathy Hilton is just fucking psychotic. Like, she's rich, crazy, not self-aware, like...
She's like the stereotypical rich Hollywood trophy wife.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Too much face work, too much Botox. I loved it. All right, ad break. I gotta pay for all this damn coffee I'm drinking and tea I'm spilling. It's me, Zenobia Darling. So, as many of you know, I'm more than just a podcaster, stand-up comic, and drag queen. I'm also a very accomplished painter and photographer, and you can check it all out on ZenobiaDarlingCreative.com. I have an art blog on there sponsored by the Harford County Cultural Arts Board, and just all my paintings, photography, you get podcast stuff. I have an art film that premiered in September that you can buy on there too. So make sure you check it out. It supports me, supports the podcast. All right, so let's get back to the podcast. So did you get to the end where Paris fucked with her with the dog cloning storyline?
I didn't even get to the dog cloning storyline.
Okay, well, you saw where Diamond Baby ran away, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Iconic.
Like, that whole scene, like, I actually had to pause afterwards, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? How do you live on a compound?
A $13 million house.
Nobody comes and goes without, like, a retina scan.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you lose a dog?
And you have a team of 13 people working in the fucking house.
And cameras.
And security system. And they're in a private community inside a private community.
And you're going to tell me nobody saw the fucking dog?
Yeah. Oh, coyotes got it. Bullshit. I mean, that is a problem out there. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have lost dogs and cats to coyotes out there, but I don't think they're coming into that. Like, what coyotes are there?
Right. And also, again... it would have been on camera somewhere. Somebody would have seen it.
It's interesting they're putting this in here because it didn't follow the timeline. Because they really picked up starting filming in like December. Mm-hmm. But they started that first episode. It was September, Diamond Baby running away, and then they cut to the Christmas party where Kathy Hilton is being nutso.
Oh, yeah.
Hot mic moment.
Yes.
Because the whole thing on Beverly Hills is, I'm going to bore you with this too. Last season... there was a whole thing because Kathy, the whole housewife group were in Aspen at Kyle's house. And Kathy Hilton allegedly had like an off-camera meltdown at a club and called like the bouncer like the F word. But it wasn't on camera. It wasn't on mic. And they were all like coming for, and she's like, I never did that. And Lisa Rinna, who's like my idol. Lisa Rinna is my drag mom. She's not on Housewives anymore, but like I fucking love her. She was coming for it. She's like, no, like you said this. Like this is what I was afraid. And of course she's like delivering it. But like I watched that. I'm like, oh, Kathy totally did that. Like people are like, I don't believe Kathy did that. I'm like, watch, like I 100% believe Kathy said that. And
like she's completely unhinged.
yes.
And completely unaware.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally. So would you ever get Clyde cloned?
So
Important journalistic question.
So if I thought about it about 2.5 years ago, I don't know if you can see the picture. So yes, that is a picture of Sage. She was that was my soulmate kitty.
I love her.
I got her right after I graduated from college, so I had her like literally my entire adult life. And she passed about 2.5 years ago. So
would you get her cloned?
Oh, in a second.
The thing is, though, is like,
but then it's like practical magic.
Yeah, but it's
like,
not the same soul.
Right.
And that's what I'm like.
I think I'd be real mad.
Yeah, because like my cat Melvin, like he's getting up there and he doesn't have the best health, and I'm like, would I get him cloned? And I'm like, I do, but it wouldn't be the same soul.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Who is it? Who wants to be on mic?
So this is Bonnie. She runs the household. And
your head BIC.
She crashes my work meetings. She'll sit there and play Dungeons and Dragons with me online because I'm that kind of nerd. She actually rolled her own character sheet 'cause she kept stealing my dice.
I love it. She's like, I'm gonna come on the podcast. Boom.
Yep. She's like, hey.
I love it. I love like cats are just their own special breed.
Oh yeah.
Hi, baby.
And I have 4.
Do you like my wig? Do you like my wig? So I hope your neighbors don't mind that my UFO is like blocking everything.
Where are you?
I'm in Parkville Heights.
Did you?
I beamed down in my UFO. I'm Zenobia Darling.
Did you park on the UFO pad up on the roof?
No, I parked right in the middle of the street.
Ah, fuck them.
I figured whatever.
They can go around.
I'm waiting for Scully and Mulder to come down.
Ah, okay, okay. I mean, traffic shouldn't be too bad. They should be here shortly.
I mean, 695 wasn't bad today.
Huh.
I was like very shocked.
People are probably still off.
Yeah, I mean, I hovered over everything, but like,
nice.
Still.
I mean, it's still fun to watch people stuck in traffic.
Very true. Okay, so getting back to Paris Hilton, what is your like connection to pop culture of the 2000s that Paris was in? Do you remember it? Because I know I'm a lady of a certain age, and I remember when Paris Hilton was bigger than Kim Kardashian. I remember when she was the number one. I remember the sex tape. I remember the Simple Life.
Yep. All right. Guilty pleasure. I fucking love the Simple
Life.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they came to Baltimore in season 3? And like Paris did like the news on Fox 45.
What?
She like did the weather.
I don't think I lived in Maryland yet.
Okay. And then they stayed at some house in Bel Air. Like my friend, I think I said this in the podcast before, like one of my friends knows the family they stayed with. They're still in contact. Like they're still, like that's the thing about Paris is like, she's genuinely really nice.
She's real people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's also an unhinged nut job.
Aren't we all though?
But I mean, at the same time, I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, and it's funny, like, as I was watching, I'm like, no, I get it. Yeah, because I'm socially awkward, you know, anxious all day, every day, totally ADHD. So I'm like, I can identify, like, I feel represented.
Well, the best part of it was how there was like very meta moments in the show because she's like flipping out. She's like, I don't want them taking pictures of my baby. And she had that like deformed husband who I think might kill people. I don't know yet. I can't prove it. He has a deadness to him, like a deadness behind his eyes.
I did notice that.
Yeah. And
so
I'm
I was
like,
where did he come from? Like, what robot factory was he manufactured in?
Because there's something, and he's like a venture capitalist, which always is like a red flag to me for like people that are really shady.
Like he's actually an international arms dealer.
Probably.
He's not interesting enough for that, though. Oh, that's the perfect cover.
That is very true. And he's like, he's not that hot. Oh, you think he has a big dick?
That's got to be it.
It's got to be it. Because I mean, Paris likes a big dick. I will tell. Did you ever watch a sex tape?
No.
I have.
Worth it?
I mean, it definitely is a step up from like Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's sex tape.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's still like, early 2000s, like,
Is there any cinematic quality to it at all?
There is night vision. And she does say the N-word, I will say.
Oh shit. Okay. Yep. Add to queue.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like, I don't advocate for watching people's sex tapes, but like, and like the other thing is like, getting to Kim Kardashian, because I feel like Kim really, like Kim and Chris studied Paris.
Oh,
and
yeah.
said,
It's so
we're going to
obvious.
do this.
Yep.
And I've also seen, I don't know what her sex, it's A Night in Kim. I don't know. Like, you can tell there's a producer quality to Kim's sex tape. And like, I just watched a documentary on them and I'm literally like, I 100% believe that they did that for the fame.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. They won't say yes or no, but you watch it, I'm like, this is too
Nobody
scripted.
does it just for funsies.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason.
I'm like, okay, and like it was back then they didn't have ring lights, they had tri-lights. There's a fucking tri-light in it. And I'm like, really? Like, okay.
Why is there a boom mic in the shot? That's weird.
But then I don't know. It's like she took that whole thing and just like I do miss it. Because nowadays, like, that's such a precursor to our society now. Because how many people have OnlyFans?
Right?
I mean, think about it. How many... I have seen most of my friends' private parts and assholes because of their OnlyFans.
Yep.
Then I think I should. I
mean,
mean, it's like...
if you are out there and you want to share images of yourself,
I'm all for it. Trust me.
Go for it.
But I just think it's an interesting thing.
it's also weird that if I'm like, I want to see so-and-so naked, let me find their OnlyFans. And then I'm like,
Let me do a
alright.
quick Google search.
Not as,
Who have you searched for any particular celebrities?
no.
I'm trying to find Jeffree Star. He's a makeup influencer. I know he has nudes online. I know he does.
I don't get into the whole nudes thing because half the shit's photoshopped.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And it's like
that is very
the
true.
thrill of the hunt is gone. Like it's just
That's
there.
true. That's true.
Like,
But I mean, you can honestly, for like, I don't know, $7, you can get like, naked Denise Richards. You can get like...
I have Wild Things. I have the unedited
I
version.
fucking love... Denise Richards, the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh my God. You need to watch Beverly Hills because this is going to blow your fucking mind. Are you ready for this?
No.
Denise Richards came on. She had a really good first season. And then she had her second season where it came out that she had a lesbian affair with Brandi Glanville, who's probably one of the most trashiest Real Housewives we've ever had. Got called out for it and basically walked off the show for it.
So you're saying I have a chance?
Yes. Oh, 100%. And I 100% believe, oh yeah. And then she most recently came on Beverly Hills. She came up fucked up, breaking the fourth wall, looking right in the camera. I've never smoked weed, but you can probably tell who I smoked with. Like, and the thing I love about Denise Richards, she's so trailer park. She has that John Waters like trashiness to her, but then you're like, wait a minute, it's Denise fucking Richards. Like, you can see where her and Charlie Sheen got along because I fucking love Charlie Sheen. I miss Tiger Blood, Winning. Do you remember that? Like, that's
Winning.
I love it, and I love like a good personality disorder like displayed on the media. Like, they've gotten kind of reined it down a little bit, but like I miss some unhinged.
Oh yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
It was a particular era. That was the thing.
It was a Wild West, and I don't think we'll ever have it again.
Like when will we ever have the next 2007 Britney?
Oh my God. Don't get me started. I vividly remember waking up. It was a Sunday. No, it was a weekend morning, Saturday, Sunday. And I was watching Wild Things on E with, what's her face, where she's like.
Neve Campbell?
No. It was, Pretty Wild. It was a reality show based on someone from the Bling Ring. And it's iconic. It was a trashy and E reality shows are really like, I would say they're like more D-listy, like even though Kathy Griffin is queen and was on Bravo, like.
Oh, I watched the shit out of her show.
Oh, Kathy Griffin's my idol. Like,
but I didn't consider that reality TV. For me, that was research and development.
Yes. And Kathy Griffin, My Life on the D-List, started like, that's something else that I didn't put on my outline, but like Paris Hilton, that show has a very deep My Life on the D-List vibe.
Yes.
I was like, you have been in touch with Kathy Griffin for this. I could tell. Like getting back.
Even the way it's shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like her going on going to some Hilton resort in Orlando.
Yep.
Like, hi, I'm Paris, blah, blah, blah. But getting back to 2000's Britney, I remember I was watching that, and then Juliana Rancic, before she was married to Rancic, who was an E! News anchor, she was Juliana DePandy, platinum blonde hair, and she was like, breaking news out of West Hollywood, Britney Spears has reportedly shaved her head. And then they showed the video of her attacking the paparazzi with the umbrella, and I remember being like,
yes.
May she get the help she needs, but I'm like, let's go. And then you remember her going out, it was like Britney, Lindsay, Paris in the car.
Yep. Yup.
And you remember like Paris Hilton like walking or like being like Lindsay Lohan's a fire crotch?
Yes. Whatever happened to the Lohan?
She's in Dubai.
Still?
Oh yeah, there's no paparazzi there. I think she's done with America.
I thought she ran out of money and got had to go somewhere.
Well, there is some conspiracy theories, we're going to call them, or I wouldn't say they're more like firm beliefs in my eyes. But apparently, she's like a high-end madam to like the Middle Eastern royal families.
I actually love that for her.
I do too.
That's like,
and there's no paparazzi in the Middle East, so she can like, she can live freely, doesn't have to worry about that shit.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad she found like her thing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Well, good for her.
I love Lindsay Lohan too. Do you remember her like Oprah show?
No.
Oh, she had a one-season wonder on Oprah where Oprah thought she was going to get clean. And she made Oprah, because I always say, Oprah, do you ever watch Oprah? We got to get you some research. Oprah is like, I don't know, she's full of shit, but Oprah was like, when she did her show, or her channel, Own because she owns us all. Yeah, I love how you crossed your eyes. She did a one season where Lindsay was like, I'm going to get clean.
I thought she was going to make the 27 Club, honestly.
I did too. I totally did too.
She was on my celebrity death list.
Oh, yeah. And Nicole Smith too, but R.I.P.
I have a story about that.
Well, we'll get to there.
Yeah.
So Lindsay was so train wrecky. So there's white Oprah, who's media Oprah, and then there's black Oprah. Like, and black Oprah comes out when Oprah's like, she means business.
I love black Oprah.
She got black Oprah out, and she looked at Lindsay and she was like, stop the bullshit. You're not going to fuck up your future.
Yes.
And I was like, and she was like stunned, and I'm like, you made it come out of her. So that's why I always have love for Lindsay. But you said Nicole Smith, and
So I worked the 2004 American Music Awards. I was doing talent check-in and talent logistics.
Yeah. Ooh.
So like during the actual...
Where was this at?
It was LA, was the big famous theater. I don't know shit about shit.
Staples Center?
Chinese theater.
Oh, the Chinese. Okay, grown-up Chinese theater.
Yes.
Right in like the Times Square of LA, where like all like the methed out Batmans are.
Yes.
I know that area quite well.
Beautiful spot there. So like during the show itself, of course, I'm not checking anybody in because motherfuckers better already be there.
Yeah.
But so that was also where people were queued up to load and unload onto the stage to do their thing. It's, don't think it's all magic. They're literally walking on and off into a like giant tent of hell. But
I know how backstage is. Trust me, I love it. There's a fun high you get from it too.
Oh yeah, it looks aesthetically like trash, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
But after because Anna Nicole Smith gave one of the awards or something or announced something.
Was that when she was like really fucked up?
I was so angry watching them carry her off stage. They had to carry her off the stage.
It was trim spa, baby.
That's all she kept saying was, it's trim spa, baby. She didn't know where she was. She didn't know who she was. They just poured her into a limo and kept her moving.
I love it.
And I love it. And like, they obviously drugged her before she went on stage.
It's like Judy Garland. They probably gave her an upper to go on perform, and they gave her a downer when they got to the limo after she was done. All right, you did your job, monkey.
Yep.
Wait, so you said you have like, because I know you worked in radio.
Yes, I did work in radio.
So let's go into this. Let's get it. Like, this is fascinating to me because like it's very rare that I meet people in Baltimore that have that like backstage like view that I have. And like you're telling me stuff like, and Ursula Griffin. I mean, you take that from like Queen icon Kathy Griffin. I see her book right there.
So you want to know how I got that name?
Yeah. Is it from Kathy?
No.
Because I tell people there's Madonna gays, there's Lady Gaga gays, there's Taylor Swift gays. I am a Kathy Griffin gay.
I am also of the Kathy Griffin gay tribe.
We're catheters.
Oh,
that's what she calls her fans.
Oh, No.
I saw that you had a squatty potty in your bathroom, and she was the spokesperson for Squatty Potty, but they dumped her when she did the Trump photo, which is fucked up.
What?
Because I'm sure Donald Trump needs a Squatty Potty for his gold toilet.
It'd have to be a gold one, though.
Of course.
Wait, where was I? What were we
were talking about backstage, like your radio stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I was Oh, I was telling you how I got Ursula Griffin as a name. So in my day job life, I have a separate work cell phone. And apparently, when I call people from that work cell phone, the name Ursula Griffin comes up. And so I'm like calling IT because people call me back. They're like, "Hi, I'm looking for Miss Griffin." I'm like, I think you have the wrong number. They're like, "You literally just called me. I just hit redial." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Hey." So finally, somebody like screenshotted it to me. I was like, "I'll be damned." So I called IT. I'm like, "Can you change it to my name?" They're like, "It is in your name." I was like, "Well, this is what comes up." They're like, "It shouldn't." I'm like, "Okay, great." That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, Ursula Griffin. That's a great name.
Yeah.
This was
That's her
bestowed
drag
upon
name.
me.
That's how drag names come about.
Yep. So yeah, that's how I got the name.
Yeah, and it fits because
I mean, it works.
you are a stand-up comic.
Kathy Griffin, and then like one of my favorite Disney villains,
Ursula,
my God,
who is
love
based
her.
off Divine.
Duh.
So I gotta also send you the art film I made.
Yes.
I made this summer because I read Disney for filth for not casting a drag queen in the live remake.
Thank you.
And like I remember, like I was backstage, like getting ready because like Zenobia was making an appearance that night when it premiered, and I remember that scene played, and some like basic ass queen who probably listens to the podcast was like, "That's called a bio queen," and I was like, no. Ursula is a fucking drag queen. A man dressed up. It's fucking Divine.
Yep.
Like, no. And there's so many other queens that are very similar to Divine, nowadays, me being one of them. And I'm like, no. They needed to stick with that. Like, as much as I love Melissa, what's-her-face.
Love her, but no. It needed a... Demetria Blackwell would have been the perfect queen for that.
Totally.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Like the embodiment
Ginger Minge is another one who I would have been like, yes.
Yes.
Although I have fantasies, I would love Tammy Brown to do it. Tammy Brown's from season 1. She's just, she's like my favorite drag queen. Or, you need some, but you also need like someone with a big, like Eureka O'Hara, who actually came to the art show.
Oh, nice.
But like, I would love for Eureka to be like fucking Ursula. That, there needs to be like a big like drag queen, like that's Ursula.
That's the character. That's the role.
Yes. But I love it. So do you have any like other backstage stories?
I did the 2004 Kennedy Center honors.
Ooh, well, I have a title from the Kennedy Center.
Really?
For my drag performing.
I did not know that.
I do.
Nice.
People forget. I'm a theater person. I'm an actor first and foremost, but Zenobia Darling has a title from the Kennedy Center.
Nice. Oh, I actually have work of mine in the Smithsonian, apparently.
Ooh.
It's not as exciting as it sounds. I mean, it is, but it's not
because that's that thing with me. I'm like, after I forget I have the title.
When you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I have that.
Yeah, it's like one
I
of my
wrote
friends.
a bunch of stuff for Gay Life magazine.
You did. I loved.
Oh yeah.
I love Out too.
Yes.
The gay GQ.
Yep. I'm sure there's.
Do you still know people there? I want like a feature on me.
Oh, Gay Life that died.
Oh no! What about Out?
Oh, Out. I don't know anybody at Out.
If you're listening, Out, subscribe.
I don't know anybody at Out yet.
Ooh. But like, do you have any like backstage stories? I want to hear the tea. We're having a coffee break, so spill, bitch.
So Alicia Keys.
Ooh.
She lives like 2 fucking blocks from the theater, if that.
In DC?
No, in LA.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
At the time, I don't know where she lives now.
I heard she's in New York, but she very well could be bi-coastal.
Probably. That makes sense. But apparently her car wouldn't start, whatever. So she's
was she driving a Honda Civic?
Yeah, so she's having a complete meltdown to the point where, 63 different assistants are calling, asking us to go pick her up. And we're like, first of all, we're all imported from all over none of us have cars. How would you like us to accomplish this?
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to go, like, walk there and hold her hand and bring her over? Like, what? So they had one of the PAs go get her. So she was late for her rehearsal time and blah, blah, blah. And she had a complete fucking meltdown because this isn't my rehearsal space. They gave away my dressing room. Da 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 da. We're like, no, you were supposed to be here like 3.5 hours ago. So,
And, like, I love it. I love it.
We rearranged the world so that like the second she was there, she could go right into dressing room, straight into rehearsal space. If we would have waited so she could have her specific hole in the wall, she would have been there for like an extra 6 hours. So you're welcome.
Had a meltdown. Ooh, you got excited.
Oh God.
Yes.
I keep remembering little nuggets.
I love it. I love it.
So at one point, I had to go out front to cover for somebody. Had to go do something. Probably had to go pick up drugs for somebody.
Probably. That's very LA. That's very.
There was a whole unit assigned to that.
Oh, totally.
I'm like, how do I get on that one next time?
Oh, I know. And it's always the good stuff. You don't have to worry about fentanyl in your Coke.
Exactly. I'm like, are we just driving straight to Columbia for this?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So yeah,
and it's always like people think you're going to South Central or like Figueroa or like Compton.
Oh no, you're going to like a fancy hotel.
Yes. You're going to places in Beverly Hills, WeHo, Santa Monica.
There's a concierge situation.
It's not just like, and, although I do miss old school, like, because I pulled in your neighborhood in Parkville and I was like, oh, I bought drugs here before, like off Harford Road. I'm like, oh, and it's like I do miss that. Because I generally
have a certain charm,
but now I'm kind of like I'm happy, but I don't do stuff anymore. But
it's a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah, it was a lot cheaper because now that the state's involved, it's fucked up. But I'm always surprised by that. I'm always surprised by like how like there's when you get to that level, there's like no consequences. There's no like law or anything. So it's like. Okay, you want this drug? Here, have at it.
Right, like who's gonna do anything about it?
Yeah.
So yeah, doing like the whole front door check-in. So like people have not been vetted the first time. So I'm getting any weirdo that wanders off the street trying to weasel their way in. And this woman comes over. She's like, "Hey, Jimmy said he left me tickets. I need my tickets." I'm like, looking around, big sign in the front of the thing that says talent agent check-in. I'm like, don't have tickets. I'm going to go ahead and guess the window down there that says tickets. They probably have your tickets. Well, but Jimmy said he left them out front for me. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Jimmy is. Nobody named Jimmy has crossed my path today.
Oh.
Well, let me call Jimmy. Da-da-da-da. So apparently she calls Jimmy. Jimmy does not answer. Shocking. So she's like, freaking, gotta get the tickets. So go walk over to the ticket booth. I'm like, hey, there's a crazy woman out here looking for tickets. She said Jimmy left them. They're like, yeah, there's no Jimmy, but just send her over. So I go back over, and she's still pretending to talk to people on the phone.
Of course.
She's like, yes, you should have my tickets. They're under Deborah Gibson. I was like, oh my God, I just told Debbie Gibson to go fuck herself.
Well,
it was the best day of my life.
I love it. I love shit like that. And of course, like I'm thinking Jimmy. I'm like, okay, who'd be Jimmy? I'm thinking, of course, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Dore. Guy. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I love that. And I love how it's talent agent check-in because God knows these people are not checking themselves in.
No.
Because like I've noticed that, like, because I consider myself very D-list. Like I do my own booking, I do all that stuff. I don't have a team. It's just me. And like, which, I mean, I sometimes have help, but it's like, there comes to that level where it's like that, but you also get this level of like crazy that happens with it too, and entitlement, and it's like, I love it. Debbie Gibson.
But yeah, it should be under Deborah Gibson.
And of course, I love it when like people are pissed that you don't know who they are.
Right.
I've had that happen before.
But if you say something, you're like, "Oh, Debbie Gibson," they'd be like,
"Yeah." Like I had an interaction in LA. Like we might have to cut this out of the podcast because like I don't need that bitch coming for me. She'd be pissed.
And don't get me started because dragging you out
because that bitch came for Kathy hard back in the day, and she can't take a joke. She can't. No. She's full of shit. I hate Demi Lovato. We're probably going to edit most of that out, but we're going to leave this in. I fucking hate Demi Lovato. Make that known, darlings. But did you remember that? Like because Kathy Griffin tells a story in one of her stand-up acts. Like
I don't remember that
like,
one.
Oh yeah, and also Demi Lovato got pissed at Gaga because Gaga had this performance artist, Millie Brown, throw up on. She's a vomit artist. So this artist, her name's Millie Brown. You can look up her YouTube videos. She like fasts and then she drinks this like colored soy milk in like pastel colors, and then has like these like opera singers sing like hymns while she like drinks the water and then throws it up on a canvas and makes these really cool abstracts.
That's actually kind of fascinating.
Oh yeah, like it's amazing. I love Millie Brown. Huh. And she like, so Lady Gaga being the artist, and also like Millie Brown's like New York based and London based, so like Gaga knows that scene. And like the art scene in New York is way different than the art scene in LA. And and like in New York, it's like everything goes and that type of shit goes. And so Gaga had her come on like and throw up on her during a song called Swine during Gaga's art pop era. Like at South by Southwest, and Demi Lovato was like, "You're pro eating disorders," and Gaga's like, "Fuck off!" Like I'm in recovery from an eating disorder. Like
eating disorders. Yes. This woman is a performance artist.
But then you get fucking Demi Lovato calling out a like small a small business of a frozen yogurt stand, like because the frozen yogurt is diet industry. Bitch, go fuck yourself. Like I cannot stand Demi Lovato. I hate that bitch so much.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, I could go on for days about Demi Lovato. I could go on for days. But Kathy, she came for Kathy. Like, Kathy just was like, who's the douchiest celebrity? And Kathy said, Debbie Lovato. It was a typo through Surrey that Kathy did like at 4 a.m. And Demi like tweeted a bad picture and was like, this unfunny bitch. And then Kathy's like, come at me. Because Kathy has that license to kill, I always say.
Yeah.
Like she has that Joan Rivers, Don Rickles license to kill.
I love Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers is my idol. So is Don Rickles. Like they all, like there's that insult comedy where it's like, it was an honor to be roasted.
Yes.
And like Kathy Griffin has that idol.
Yes.
And I'm like, and Kathy just doesn't fucking care. I remember when Joan Rivers and Rihanna went at it.
Oh yeah.
And Joan Rivers won. And it's like, you know.
That's like having 5-year-old Timmy fight Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yes. Like, beautiful. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. Ooh. So, final thoughts on Paris in Love. I know we went off on a whole tangent, but like, that's my stand-up.
Squirrel. So, I mean, final thoughts. I only got halfway through the season. I do want to.
What episode did you stop at?
5.
Okay.
4, 5, 5.5.
Well, did you see her her flipping out about the cameras, but yet they're filming a reality show, and then her husband, who's
because the baby, she was like, yes,
and they have that huge sign that says no photography or video, and then they have a fucking camera crew, who it's Shed Media, who does all the production for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of Orange County and like a few other reality shows.
It's like, it's a reality show. What did you
like?
What did
you're
you think
fucking
was
filming.
Happen?
Like what's happening? And then did you catch when like she would have her husband tell her staff stuff, and she's like, "Don't let it be for me."
Oh, yes. Yep.
I thought that was hilarious.
She's like, "Let me send bad cop."
She's a fucking nut job. She's a nut job. I love Paris Hilton can do no wrong. Paris Hilton, I love that bitch.
But no. So what happened was, I halfway through the season put the pieces together and was like, oh wait, there's a documentary I wanted to watch about these like
I forgot about that. It's
horrible like I just called them like
the trouble team industry.
Yeah, the teenage hell camps. Like, and I was like, wait, because she was talking about her book that just came out and all this stuff, and then I was like, wait, did she just mention? Wait, there was a.
And you connected all the pieces.
So then I went down the rabbit hole and ended up watching the documentary and just kept going.
It's a good documentary.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
And like some of the stuff they got, I'm like, how?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, yes, but holy shit.
Yeah. And like it's one of those things like I talked about in my first book, but like I've always known Paris Hilton is like covering for trauma.
Oh yeah.
And like then you kind of go back and you're like, wow. And of course, like I love it when they like got Kathy with it, because Kathy does not want to go there. But you know, she totally was like, send that bitch away. She's a wild animal.
Yep. But
and like
she won't even like acknowledge it now.
No. Oh, totally no.
She's like, well,
it's a separatist issue, as Ronald Reagan said about the gay AIDS crisis. But that's how she thinks. Like it's. But the whole troubled teen industry is so fascinating, and also I feel like that gives a real moment that you can really attached to Paris Hilton on, because like, and especially like on reality show theater and like the theatrics of it, when you have a moment like that where you're sharing that and you really have like that mission, people can really like be like, that's something they can grasp on. Like, yeah, she's up here, but I I'm with her because like I've been through that. Like I haven't been through the troubled teen industry, but like I've been through trauma. I know what that's like.
Yes.
Which I think is very humbling.
Yes.
But
yes.
I mean, but do you remember watching like? I mean, Dr. Phil, fucking hate that dude. You know, like
I hated all those
Sally
shows.
Jesse Raphael, Maury. I mean, I loved it. I loved talk shows. Dr. Phil, I hate it. My mom loves it. I'm like,
He's obnoxious.
He's obnoxious. You know, and I love it. He's trying to sell a weight loss thing, and then what? He's like 400 pounds overweight. Like, I'm not body shaming, but it's like, dude, who the fuck are you to sell weight loss dieting bullshit? Like
what
fuck
are you
off.
even a doctor of?
I think it's psychology. I don't know. Like, he's not a no. You know how he got his comeuppance? Going back to Oprah.
Oh yeah, yep.
When Oprah got sued from the meat industry, but she did win it, and Dr. Phil was on our legal team. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he started coming on the Oprah show,
Yep.
and then he spawned off.
Yep.
Because that's the thing. I don't think people realize like the tentacles of Oprah Winfrey.
Oh yeah. No.
Because they're still very much present. You have Dr. Phil. You have Dr. Oz.
Yep.
You have Rachel Ray.
Rachel
Ray. Yes. Harpo is the production company that does her show. I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. Marianne Williamson, presidential candidate. She's from the Oprah world.
No shit.
Like, that's the thing I always, like, I've been making this comparison because, like, Marianne Williamson is using Donald Trump theatrics for a political campaign, and it's working. But, like, she's not.
Everybody loves a good show.
Yeah, she's not she's not as dark-sided as Trump. I think she has her issues, but, like, she comes from that world because Oprah's show was mainly just a vessel to plug products.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
I mean that's every talk show.
Yes. But also going back to like that media stuff, a lot of these troubled teen schools would advertise on Dr. Phil and on the talk shows.
That's right.
So you can thank them for keeping that shit alive.
Because that was like how many seasons of Maury of them doing those.
I steal and do drugs. I'm 12 and I'm going to have a baby.
Good.
I loved it. I mean, probably my cousin's been on them a few times. I'm always surprised because they never said where those people were from, and I'm like, that person's from Elkton, Maryland. I'm like, I know what that looks like. Like you could just you're like, she's from Mondawmin.
Yeah. It's I remember Jerry Springer.
Oh God.
That one, I mean, they would literally just pull people off the street before taping. They're like, you want to make a couple $100?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Can you
show your tits?
Can you
get into a fight and pull your tits out?
Here, drink this, take this, have fun. Go for it.
But I love that Paris is like turning all that into a good, positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I love the part where they were talking about when she went to D.C. to introduce a bill.
Which was very Kathy Griffin. Remember when Kathy
Yes.
Griffin went to My Life on D List for Don't Ask, Don't Tell?
Yes.
Yes, I was watching that and I'm like, Kathy Griffin, like her blueprints are all over Paris in Love. I remember then she would do that and she would fly off to do like a one-nighter at some like Indian casino in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And I was like, I loved all that. And I really wish Kathy would like, because she owns all her work. Like she owns every season of My Life on the D List. I wish she would put it on Amazon, like just like for sale, because I would buy it. I know a lot of people would buy it because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
There's some gay that will like upload it on YouTube, and I'm like,
we'll check my I like to refer to it as my shady Canadian streaming TV service.
oh yes, internet witchcraft I call it.
Oh yes.
Internet witchcraft.
I'll show you the sorcery. I get all kinds of.
Ooh,
I can
a cat
pretty
came to
much
say hello.
watch everything for nothing.
Internet witchcraft.
Squirrel. Hi, Bonnie.
Oh, look at this. Okay. So we've been talking for like an hour.
Woo!
We've been going on and on.
Time flies.
On and on. So anything else about the troubled teen industry you want to look at? You want to talk about?
Oh, I could do a whole another hour on that.
Well,
but,
go into it. Talk about it. We got time to fill.
We got other things to get into.
Well, I mean, we do. We do.
Might have to do a part B.
Yeah. But it's all good. It's all this could easily turn into a 3-hour episode. I can feel it. All right, guys. Post edit Zenobia here. We went on for another hour about more pop culture, the ghosts of the State Theater. It got way spookier. We talked about some childhood ghost stories from Ursula, and we end with the most epic takedown of the Christian Ouija board available on Amazon. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned because next Tuesday, part 2 with Ursula Griffin comes out. All right, back up to the UFO.